I was really shy and I would very rarely meet new people. But deep down, I kinda craved it. I wanted that. In reality, I was the guy to go to self-checkout just so I can avoid talking to the cashier. That's why I hate Trader Joe's deep in my soul. I would like social interactions, but I would get so much anxiety that it wouldn't be so enjoyable. Only if they're bros. And I mean really close friends. But now, I've always been known as kind of a shy, introverted guy, basically sitting in the first row in class, always thinking about what I want to say before saying it. But in front of people I do know, I talk too much. All of my friends can tell you that. For the past year or two, I just kind of felt that urge to go and meet new people, to explore new situations. The idea of the extrovert was so inviting to me. But I haven't been developing my social skills my whole life. I read a few years ago the book called How to Win Friends, Influence People, you probably know, and it has great principles, right? But I just did it to reconnect with my old people who I was already comfortable with. If you're an introvert, you know that feeling that you want to talk to people, but you just hate the drag of just getting to know them and then showing them your personality all of a sudden from the beginning. You just kind of don't want to appear like a weird guy. And I also had an unusual background. I was always interested in deep intellectual topics. I always took stuff way too seriously the whole life and everything. If somebody would to make a joke on my name, I would take it so serious. You know, so everything basically I didn't know about the wordplay. And that's not a fun person to be around. So I was afraid to show myself, but I really wanted to meet people. Could it be that I'm a shy extrovert and not an introvert? I was talking to my friends. We sat down at a table. We have a crazy extroverted guy and we have an introverted guy. If you know those personality tests, they said I'm 55% introverted, which is basically like the middle ground. But we were talking specifically about the concept of self-image, how you view yourself. And I was posing a question, can that tendency to be introverted or extroverted be just in our self-image, how we see ourselves? Because I can't believe that you have genes for that. No, you don't. So you can argue that something happened when you were a child that either pushed you to be more extroverted and meet new people, don't be afraid of anything, or something pushed you to have more social anxiety, be more aware of how people perceive you. And exactly, but that's self-image, I said to my friends. That's self-image. And we know for a fact that self-image can be changed. And what you need to change it, you need the new experience that will prove to you the new belief you have about yourself. So let's say, for example, you went outside 1, 2, 3 times. You played basketball, you were the worst guy every time, and you played with different people. So in your mind, your self-image says, I'm not good at basketball. Okay, but now if you try to challenge that belief, went to basketball once, you did good. You haven't played in a long time and you did good. And then the second time and third time, what do you think? What's your self-image gonna say? I know how to play basketball. If I practiced more, I would be good. So this is exactly how this introvert-extrovert works. You just see yourself as a shy introvert, a person who thinks way too much about how people perceive him. And I'm gonna show you right now how you're gonna go from this introverted guy to extroverted guy. And maybe you can feel in my energy right now that I'm more extroverted, even though I'm talking to the camera, to you. When you take a look at the videos 1 year ago, I was always calculating what I wanna say, how I wanna be perceived. You're gonna have to do two steps. First one is changing your self-image through new experience, through breaking fear. And the second thing you're gonna do is killing your ego with pure honesty, being honest in your life, to yourself and to others. So let me discuss the Fight Club idea of fear. This is where this idea came to me for the first time. This movie changed my life. I think you should watch it because it's not a brain dead movie. It actually has a deep idea that can change your life basically more than any other self-improvement bullshit we've been doing. So Fight Club says that fear is stopping you. And if you go too low, quote unquote, and destroy your life, then you have nothing else to lose. And then you just start living without fear. How you're gonna do it in your life is actually going through fear. So you combine that idea of fear with your self-image. Your experience tells you that you're an introvert who's not talking too much. But if you changed it, if you went out of your way to talk to people and do stuff that's not you and that's not comfortable to you, you're gonna gain experience that's gonna support the idea that you're actually extroverted, you like meeting people. So say yes to stuff you haven't done. Say yes more often and try to create as much chaos as possible, spontaneous stuff. If you, for example, plan to stay and watch Netflix at home and then a friend calls you all of a sudden, let's go shoot at a hoop at a nearby basketball court. I know you have that automatic urge to say no, I'm tired, or because you didn't plan it. If he told you yesterday, you would have said yes, but now it's too much energy for you to go out of your way to do the stuff. Who cares? Just create chaos. This will make you more extroverted, but especially saying yes to meeting new people. If your friend calls you and saying, "Oh, I'm hanging out with 2 friends from my school. Come and hang with us." Your introvert instincts tells you to say no, but to go out of your way. For the first few times it's gonna be hard, but 2, 3, 4 times, you're gonna be the extrovert machine. The month you wouldn't be able to recognize yourself. When you're going into a cold shower and it's hard, do the exact same thing with getting out. I know it's not comfortable, it's not gonna be automatic, yes, but think about your brain trying to stop you from getting out and doing something uncomfortable. And you chasing that fear and going straight through it. Say, yes, I'll come. So the other tool is honesty. And to be honest, you're not honest with either yourself or with others. You have a so arrogant view of yourself that you're perfect, that you cannot let mistakes happen. And that's why jokes on your account hurt you. Once you start being honest, for example, somebody tells me that I have a big forehead. Yes, I have. And now you can hurt me. I know I have it. So what is there to be said? Because people will laugh when you start being honest. When you start saying stuff that's true, that everybody knows, but nobody has the balls to say it, all social anxiety goes. But if you have a big ego, then when somebody asks you, "What did you do today?" and you did some weird stuff, you try to appear like you're good, and then you imagining things that you've done, so you become socially anxious. For the end here, I can tell you an interesting story. If you watched until now, you can exit the video. There's not so much value anymore. But I just want to tell you a really great extroverted experience. One of my first ones that I actually felt really great, and it changed my life. So I was going to a cousin's wedding. I told my friends this. I know my friends are gonna be watching this. I told this story many times, and it only happened a week ago. I have a big family at my mom's side. They know each other really well, but I am not so connected to them. I've seen them maybe 2 times since I was 5, 6 years old. And not all of them, like 15% of them. So I don't know them. They all know me. Okay, I'll need to come there. I'll need to talk to them. I don't know who they are. It's gonna be cringy, you know. But you know what? My instinct was telling me, "Oh man, I don't wanna go." But I did. I knew it was gonna help me. I knew the fear is gonna help me. If I break the fear once, break the fear twice, then there's no fear. So I went there. At first I talked to only the cousins I knew, but then other people kept calling me to their table, and that was really cool. I met so many great people that I didn't know were my cousins basically, and now I'm proud of doing that. But if I didn't go there, who knows, maybe I wouldn't be filming this video. This may not be much, but this information is golden. Don't make a mistake, don't waste it. You watched until now, start implementing this stuff and watch the Fight Club movie. Honestly, it's so great.